Okay, well, welcome everyone to our Tune In Tuesdays. A couple of technical issues, and so that means that we are recording our session today and we will post it for you to watch later. But both Oksana and I will be watching the comments, and we'd love to hear any questions you have, or if you'd like to find out more information, we'll definitely help you with that. Now, Tune In Tuesdays is really about tips to help businesses and business leaders tune up their business. And I am so thrilled to have the wonderful Oksana with us today, who will take us through the top 3 tips to stay top of mind for your customers. Now, Oksana, it's wonderful to have you with us. Would you be willing to share with us a bit about who you are and what you do?
Thank you, Kieran. Lovely to be with you and your audience. My name is Oksana, and I connect businesses and help them to stay top of mind with their prospective customers as well as existing clients. And yes, I've been running promotional product company called Impero for last 17 years, and we do have 20,000 different promotional products. But my talent really to find what product is going to work for you, for your business, and create this connection rather than putting logos on the stuff that nobody really wants.
Yes. And no doubt everyone can hear a bit of a Russian accent there. I love your story, Oksana. I think the fact that you came to Australia, what was about 20 years ago, knew no English, had no business, and literally started it all from scratch. And you have built such a successful company. So it is such a delight to have you here today. Oksana is a great friend of mine, and I love her because she is creative, she is entrepreneurial, she always is thinking about the next thing. And so I'm really looking forward to the tips that you have for us today. So what is your first tip to stay top of mind for customers?
Look, 2020, it's been an interesting year, and I think it's actually more important than ever that I think really in business, this is the only thing we really need to do in business. It's stay in touch, right? We don't need to pitch, we don't need to sell, because let's face it, everyone knows what we do. Customers of accountant know what accountant do. People in my network, everyone knows that I do engagement and I have a marketing promotional company. Your customers or prospect probably know Kieran and seen a lot of stuff that you do on social media and helping people to stand out. So we don't really need to pitch and say, oh, look at me, I got a new mug or new t-shirts available. So the only reason that we really need to do as a business owners, in my opinion, is to stay connected and stay top of mind, because if you do that, the sales come automatically. So number 1 tip from me is to find the reason to connect. Right? A lot of marketers, we create marketing campaign that it's about us. So find the reason to connect in meaningful way with, and make a list. Who are the people? Make a list of your prospective if you're actually working on your customer acquisition model. So who are the people that you would like to be your clients? So how do you find the reason connect with them? And if you're working on the customer retention model, so who are the people that your clients or ex-clients that you need to find the reason to reconnect with them in a meaningful way?
Yes. That's so good. So you've kind of given us a couple of things there. So first is the reason to connect, and also knowing who to connect with. So are you looking at your previous customers? And so, how do you know who they are and know what those reasons are? And also looking for future customers of who you might want to actually be targeting and be strategic with. That's really good.
And we know it used to be 7 touch points that you need to connect with the people before they actually buy from you, because it's all about building trust. and timing. So now that statistics saying it's about 17 to 20 touch points before the people buy from you. So what is the mix of connection points that it's up to us to create? And it can't be just endless, email that when you put people through the funnel. Nobody looking forward to that. So how we can connect with meaningful way that interrupt whatever they're doing, right? It's all about, shaking and being, because we only have 3 seconds. People are so busy. What is it that's gonna make them, stop whatever they're doing, even for a few seconds?
And to catch that attention. So,
yes.
And I'm guessing tip 2 probably has something to do with one of those ways to capture attention there. I love all of the different ideas that you have. What tips have you got for us? Tip number 2.
Tip number 2, it's make it about them, right?
So good.
It's marketing, it's not about us. I give example. If you're the real estate agent and you have 10 houses to show, right? You don't turn up with the one, I'm just looking for something. You don't turn up with the one key and try to open all the doors, right? And a lot of marketers, we create campaign, it's about them, but I say, no, it needs to be not about us, it needs to be about them. Like, what is the unicorn that's gonna open the door to this customer? So make it about them and offer to help. I think a lot of time we just think, what I can get from them. But if you genuinely offer to help them and say, what's your current challenge? Even if you're a beautician, it's not about you selling me the latest face cream. But if you ask me you have any challenges with your skin, what is it? Then it's actually help us to get the information that we can help them to solve the problem. But until we ask the question, we don't know.
So good. So first, make connection, know who they are, and then make it about them, not about you. I think that's so important right now, because a lot of us as business owners or business leaders have been in a bit of pain, and it is about us right now. And so we're kind of like, but look what I can do, look what I can do. But it's actually, no.
Yeah.
What do they need? What's the symptoms of their problems? What is their, So that's a really good insight there. And tip number 3.
Tip number 3 is to make a plan. So somebody actually on your LinkedIn post mentioned that in 43 days, people forget about us, right? So it can't be like, you're not going to stay fit if you randomly go to the gym. So it needs to be, make a plan, create the strategic plan that's going to help you to connect with your customers every 6 weeks. And marketing, I am in the product business, I love direct mail. Last 6 months, I've been very busy sending the envelopes because it's got 100% opening rate. So, like my sanitizer and my 1.5 meter tape measures and little things that, like little matryoshka notepads, it helps me to engage with the customers and be current. All these products are relevant because of the current situation. But again, you can't do it once in a blue moon. And I'm definitely not a fan of, waiting for Christmas. Like for me, why would you do it when everyone else is doing it? Yeah. You have 52 weeks to surprise and delight and stand out. Don't choose the Christmas time, because then you would be in the ocean of, another 100 cards and another 100 hampers and another 100 of stuff. Like this is my kind of formula. If everyone goes left, I go right, and vice versa. So, because this is how you stand out. It's all about timing. It's all about creating a plan, and it's a mix. You will have an email, you have a phone call. What is your direct mail campaign going to look like that, make them wow, interrupt and remember you? And then, the example of me giving the yellow notebook, how long ago was that?
To me, yeah, that's right.
Yes, right. So suddenly, by me doing that, I'm top of mind for maybe 6 months, 8 months. Like, you do the numbers and think, what is it that actually cost per impression? And this is where there's sort of the challenge for a lot of businesses to find what's relevant to the client, and then, because then they will keep it, and then you become mind. And if you top of mind, next time they're ready to make a decision, next time they want to book the speaker, next time they need to go to chiropractor, they choose you.
And I think that's the perfect metaphor, because it was, to tell that story quickly, it was Oksana and I met up a couple of times. We talked about everything in business and life. And each time Oksana was very thoughtful about giving me a gift. And it was, I think once she brought me yellow tea. Obviously the yellow is my brand color. You bought me yellow tea. Another time you bought me a yellow notebook. And what really struck me was, oh, so you're not actually giving me something to remind with your colors, your red, your branding. You're giving me something in my colors, which is that, well, that's what keeps you top of mind. And I think that just perfectly sums up everything you've said, is knowing your customers, knowing what they want, they need, and then being intentional and well-meaning. And like, just to wrap it up, what I love about Oksana, she's also always saying, like, you don't have to have a lot of money. You can do this with, you know, if you can't buy
But the post-it note, look, I combine yellow and red. So bring it together.
It's so good. It's so good. So Oksana, we could talk all day. How does someone find out more about what you do? And I understand you've also got a freebie as well.
Yes, I created my methodology that I've been using for over 15 years. It's called Purpose Before Product. It's a 6-step process that's really simple. Like, I'm all about simplicity. That help you to really, before you start rushing, ordering anything, just look through the 6 steps. So I'm happy to give it as a gift from me. And if anyone needs, any help in terms of a strategy or come up with ideas, please feel free to email me. It's Impero website, impero.com.au, or my email is oksana@impero.com.au. But you probably have all my details.
Yes, I will definitely include that. Well, thank you so much for those really practical, insightful tips. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you today, and thank you for bearing through my technical difficulties that you guys can't see, but my microphone just gave up. That's why I'm leaning so close to the camera, because I'm using the computer one today. So we're good. We're okay. It's okay. Keep up there. But thank you so much, and we will look forward to seeing you next week, everybody, and we'll see you then. Bye.